Hey everybody. Okay, clearing. Okay, so today in meditation I'm hearing, what would the divine like the divine masculines to focus on? What would the divine like the divine masculines to focus on at this time? So let's see. Thank you, Divine Creator. What is it that we can know about what you would love the divine masculines to focus on at this time? We get the Sun card, Enlightenment. Let's see. What is it that the divine masculines are best to be focusing on according to divine plan at this time? What is it that we can see? Thank you, Divine Creator, for showing us. Oh. Be at peace and Nine of Wands both came out from different decks. I don't know how that happened, but somehow the breeze from my shuffling knocked this one over. They're both in the reverse. So this is like the Wounded Warrior card. So it's like, put down the guards, Divine Masculine, and be at peace. Stop being defensive. Put down the heart wall. Open. You're safe, I'm hearing. What else can we know for the divine masculines? Wow, that definitely could be it. Yeah, don't run, don't walk away, don't avoid, dismiss. These are really beautiful terms right now. Be present with the guardedness. Be present with the lack of peace that you're allowing in your life, masculines, and breathe into it, I'm hearing. Let it be. Okay, let's get some clarifiers as to where this is playing out in the masculines' lives emotionally. Oh, wow, so much here. Yeah. Wow, they're secretly defensive about their destined path. Secretly defensive about destiny. The Magician in the reverse. Wow, okay. And the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, and wishes. So this is a card of manifestation. This is a card of divine intervention and luck. And this is a card about wishing for things. So basically, you see how this figure is turning their back on the hand of God and manifestation because of the defensiveness. Do I need to say more? So masculines in this energy, if you're not walking away from things that keep you locked in self-defeat, undermining energy, blocking, not saying yes to your life on the deepest levels, not going forward towards your twin connection, for instance, you are turning your back on your destined path. You're secretly trying to sidestep. There's a lot of that energy here. So emotionally, masculines, it's okay. Let's get a support card. How can the masculines become more friendly with their destined path and manifesting divine will in their lives? What can we know? Let Spirit be your guide. So yeah, drop into your heart, drop into the peace, and follow intuitive guidance. Follow that deep heart-centered guidance. Okay, on the conscious mind, how is this guardedness playing out on the conscious mind? Oh, yeah, it's eliminating some of the free-spiritedness. I'm hearing that masculines are starting to feel a little bit old, tired, really well-equipped, really passionate, really capable, but there's that sense of play. The seriousness is there without the joy in the deepest levels, without that newness. So masculines, if you want to bring back the eternal youth kind of feeling, drop that guard and be at peace. Let it in. Let the playfulness come in. You've become too masterful to not be allowed, I'm hearing. And in the physical realm, what can we see? For how this wounded warrior persona is affecting the masculine's lives. What is it we can see? Yeah, it's stopping you from seeing your highest and best timelines. The Judgment card is seeing the light, hearing the call. So because you're holding up in that energy of long suffering and perseverance and one foot in front of the other, you're going through the motions. There's a bit of a drudgery. It's coming to an end. So you're blocking out some of the instruction for the new life that's been trying to come through to you. So the divine is saying, open your heart, masculines, put down the hard work thing and really drop into peace about everything so that you have some breathing room and you can feel some of the newness coming in for you. Okay, let's dive into the masculine reading. What is it, Divine Creator, that we can see for how the masculines are thinking about the connection today? How are they feeling on the heart space for their divine feminine? What are they wishing consciously in the 3D, I'm going to say, for the connection? What actions are being taken at this time that will bring the twins closer to, or that will bring the masculines closer into union? What is the biggest challenge facing the divine masculines at this time? And what is the spirit guided solution for that challenge? Where is the energy going? Okay, what are they thinking? Queen of Water in the reverse with the Two of Flames. Ooh, they're actually feeling divine feminines that you have stepped down off your intuition for a moment. This is interesting. For some reason, they're seeing you as not on top of your game intuitively. So I'm actually feeling that you've pulled back your energy, feminines. You've stopped micromanaging the universe. You've stopped peering into the masculine's lives. If you were doing that, if you were intuitively wondering what they were up to, you could have been like tuning into their radio station. If there was communication, the uncanny things you were saying could have made your masculine feel like you were all-knowing, all-powerful. For some reason, they've seen you as less of that omnipresence right now, and very much getting that they're feeling the isolation. This is a cold, wintry scene. I don't know why I heard Siberia. Tell me if that resonates in the comments. But there is this very distant feel because this isn't there. It's almost like a another layer of your humanity has been seen, and maybe you aren't so I want to say divine, although you are divine feminine. You might not be so otherworldly divine. You might be more approachable in some ways, but at the same time, the masculines might, some of them are projecting that a bit of the connection was in their heads at some point. So this is a really, I think it's that defensive energy that we're having here. So masculines may have been triggered. You know, in the beginning there with the Wounded Warrior card, and now this, there might be some of a catalyst energy happening because of withdrawing some of your psychic care into the connection. It's like a need to know, or you're not as invested or interested, the masculine feels, or scattered, hearing preoccupied. So for some feminines, your masculine might think you're simply preoccupied. For some, they might think you are uninterested at this time because the energy is being pulled away as you start to focus on yourself. You're not as with it, savvy on it with your masculine, and they're starting to notice that. And they're starting to feel the distance, but they're also feeling an emotional gap. And they're wondering, some of them, if this connection has been in their heads. That's an interesting place to be in, masculines. Okay, what is the heart space feeling from the masculines? Patience and anxiety. So, the masculines know that there has been a lot of energy that's come between lately. This is the card of sleepless nights, waiting. For some, they are anticipating. Oh, I'm hearing future meetups, but the uncertainty of when they'll ever see you again, and it's kind of sinking in. Oh, that's really interesting. They're not sure how much patience, how much fuel to put in the patience fuel tank to get them past this void. It's causing anxiety. I'm hearing for many they've never felt this way before. There isn't a plan, there's not a thing to look forward to, I'm hearing. So the masculines are feeling caught in between wanting to connect and wanting to leave it up to the universe. It's like a stay or go sort of energy. It's a good thing they're thinking about it, because sometimes there's ambivalence. This is more of a noticing that you are not so accessible right now and that you haven't prioritized them. You'll have to tell me what's gone on in the comments, twins. This could also be residual from the eclipse, you know, that getting cut off from source energy. Some of them might be likening that to your connection. I saw 1122 when I said that. Okay, what are they wishing consciously? For the sun to come out again and for the existential crisis. So this is the rock bottom, the Forsaken card. This is when ego convinces us that we are truly alone, we are unlovable, we are not worthy, we are the scum of the earth, that kind of a thing. We do have the 9 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. So masculines are hitting rock bottom in some instances. They're not in the primary location of this reading, so it's like periphery energy, but there is this mild, constant anxiety about when they're going to be able to connect again, how this connection is going to unfold. They're starting to feel the sun being distant, dim, I'm hearing. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. When, you know, that's the song lyric. They are gone. Sun in reverse. There's something that they are not seeing, a spiritual attribute to what's going on that they're missing, and it's throwing them into overthinking, possibly projecting. But again, the masculine's gears are turning. This is quite an interesting energy, because there seems to be a little bit more notice to the connection right now and wishing to know something about you. There's information that's missing. They want to know a reason why. Their curiosity is piqued. They're feeling the energy shifting and they're not sure how to put their fingers on it. Okay, what action are they taking? Oh, Queen of Earth with the World. This could be home situations. The Queen of Earth is the home. It's also the mother. So there could be things wrapping up with home situations, karmic partnerships, mother of children, mother healing. This is completion. Some might be looking for a move quite a distance. Some might be planning to move quite far from where they live right now. Ooh, so there's a lot of focus put on the move right now. Travel might be a home base that allows for travel. I'm hearing the word satellite, so I'm not sure how that resonates. But yeah, masculines are really finalizing attachment to a certain home base is what I'm hearing, and sorting out the details so that they are more free to maneuver at will in the world, because they have the proper grounding. So they're setting up their lives so they have both. So they've got the grounding and nurturing and home base, and so they can get out in the world more. So travel, this must mean that COVID is, the borders and travel and things are opening up, because I'm very much getting that feeling like there are emerging potentials. This is a travel card as well. And feeling the distance, there might be more of a desire to physically be near each other, or the divine masculines are planning for the future so that you can be in closer proximity. Some of these choices, I'm actually hearing that some of the masculines are making conscious choices as to where to live regarding future travel plans for the two of you. Interesting. I heard retirement home. For one. Interesting, everybody. But the masculines are very much considering how mobile they can become in the future here. Okay, what is the biggest challenge? 3 of Fire and unconditional love, self-love, Ace of Cups. So 3 of Fire is about portals, possibilities, potentials, manifestation, future goals. So they're really trying to figure out what's best for them. And I am feeling this kind of tug-of-war between the masculine's solo path, and they're starting to actually wake up to the idea that you might be more of a long-term component in their life, and they're finding it challenging to make their decisions solely based on their own preferences, their own plans and benefits. It's curious because for many divine masculines, they have not thought of this connection in a, let's say, binding way that would say, I'm going to be with my divine feminine and that's all there is to it. Yes, there are some that have considered that, but for the ones that I'm feeling here, I really truly feel like it's remarkable to them that when they think of their future plans, when they think of what they're doing right now regarding home situations and considerations for travel and living, that they're having trouble separating the thought of you as a factor, the consideration of how that might affect your connection. And they're having to rein their energy back in and remind themselves they're not with you. They're not creating this together with you. And it's impressing upon some of them for the first time how central you are to their thoughts that way, because they're consciously having to make future plans as a solo individual, and yet their first pull is to also think of how that would play into your energy. Oh, that is super interesting, masculines. If you are watching this, you must be more consciously aware of that than some of the masculines that I'm tuning into. If you're watching this and you haven't connected those dots, there you go. So what is the spirit-guided solution to that? The High Priestess with the Lovers. Make the choices for your twin connection that are going to resonate in the highest of self-love, masculine. What you do for self, you do for twin in this instance. The High Priestess, that knowing it's coming up for a reason. You're not supposed to block it. Remember that guarded energy at the beginning, divine masculines? You're not supposed to block out the inconvenient thoughts of your feminine, that all-knowing, ever-present consideration of your feminine. You're not meant to block that out when you're thinking about these future potentials. You're meant to notice how harmoniously that would actually streamline in your life and take peace from it. That is meant to comfort you on the deepest levels, meant to support you, meant to impress upon you that you're not alone, that you don't have to go it alone. It is meant to affirm the choice and confirm that your feminine is a seamless addition, counterpart into your world, that it's not something, this relationship is not something that would be at odds. All of the signs in the universe and all of the things are conspiring right now to show the masculines how perfectly the feminine clicks into their world without even trying. It's like any of the decisions the masculines are making right now, they're both simultaneously aware of the distance on some levels in your connection and also the reality of how perfectly it would all fall into place relating to you. So yeah, masculines, take comfort in that. Know that that is a choice that is almost not even a choice. Non-action. The high priestess is effortlessness. It's just the knowing. And so take comfort in the knowing that this is perfect and that you have chosen this. The Lovers in reverse is a choice of choosing in love. And so on some level, your soul has already chosen your divine feminine. And so everything is just unfolding and coming into alignment, I'm hearing. Wow, masculines. So the decisions the masculines are making right now are bringing them into perfect alignment with the feminine, whether they know that or not. Okay, where's the connection going in the near future? 8 of Earth and 3 of Cups in the reverse. So masculines are buckling down and getting to work. So if masculines have been going through a period of time where third-party energies have been a factor, karmic situations, they're putting an end to that. They're leaving it. They're stepping away from it. The priorities are not there anymore, or not there in the same way. They're opting to do the work. They're opting, some are workaholics right now to escape the idea that they haven't made a decision regarding relationships they need to end, lovers that aren't deeply satisfying, that are just kind of there. They're focusing on work, and that I'm hearing that's becoming an excuse for some of these situations. Ooh, I heard players. There's a vibe I'm picking up on for some masculines who are players or in player energy. That doesn't mean that they're sneaky, poly, lots of people involved. They're calming that romantic sexual exploration and opting to buckle down with work. I feel like there's a shift of priorities and time being focused away from R&R with people. I'm hearing as hobbies. So for some masculines, they've been keeping a lot of people around as almost like a hobby, like a time filler, and they've realized that they have to focus more on work and really get down to it to manifest the things that they are saying they want to bring in. There's a streamline. So interesting. They've also noticed that for some, that they have been working so much that the friendship in this connection has fallen by the wayside to some degree. Feminines, there's a little bit more of that distance. So they are feeling the distance with how psychically you're tuned in, feminine. They're feeling the distance with the time and space that it may or may not be until they see you again or connect with you again. They're feeling the distance between the sunshine of your love, the cosmic sun, the connection to source. They're feeling that kind of a distance. They're feeling distance between living situations and what they want to be doing in the world. They're feeling distance between future manifestations and knowing for certain how it's going to affect your connection. And they're feeling distance with the friendship between the two of you, possibly because of work themes. What an interesting kind of energy today. Okay, let's see what for the divine feminines watching, what card we can get. Seal of Metatron, form, structure, foundation, and cosmology. So just keep anchoring into the divine truth, feminines. Just keep steady, stay the course, do you, implement this new cosmology that you're downloading, that you're getting that instruction for soul mission and creating your own empires and expression in the world. Keep building on your own foundation. Work with Metatron. Be magical. Be in that flow that focuses on that, because it's creating a new kind of stability that the masculines are noticing is missing from their lives, is what I'm seeing. Keep focusing on you. Okay, and for the masculines, what can we get? Chamber of Illumination, perspective, ideals, and beliefs. Wow, it's all coming to the surface right now, masculines. Your perspective on this connection is changing. Your beliefs are in question. Your ideals are being revamped, I'm hearing. So masculines, keep going with that. There seems to be a polarization, a reorganization, repatterning between the twins. Typically, masculines have been viewed as the stable ones, and I'm seeing and feeling the feminine energy stabilizing here and bringing more of a grounding to the connection at this time. Okay, many blessings, twins. Bye for now.